Fun fact about the 3 most represented franchises in Smash. Mario, with 9 reps, has 3 different victory themes. Pokemon, with 8 reps, counting Pokemon Trainer as 1, has only 1. And Fire Emblem, with also 8 reps, has 4. Why though? Hello everyone, my name is Alan Soldier and welcome to a new video. So, music in video games, huh? Music is one of the most important parts of a game, where its emphasis on important moments, or just environmental accompaniment, we can all agree that it at least tries to make an impact. In the Smash Bros. Franchise, there is a lot of music representing a lot of Nintendo and third-party titles, like the 50 songs SNK lent as a celebration of their history, or the 2 songs Square lent for Final Fantasy. 2? Come on, even Dragon Quest has 8! You can do better. There is enough music to hear for hours on end. One of the things you may hear the most are victory themes. You know, those which play most of the times a match ends. These little pieces are quite a representation of every franchise, and even different characters in them. But I have some questions. How many unique victory themes are there in the Smash series? Why do some characters fit so well with alternate versions? Where do all these tracks come from? I know that there's over 100 videos on this exact topic, but I wanted to have my take on it. Also, a little note before beginning the video, I'm considering unique as it likes of different arrangements, completely different music and instrument variations. I'm not considering tempo changes or shortened tracks. If I was only counting different origin sources, then that would be a whole other story. Finally, all the things said in this video come from the Smash Wiki, so you can fact check everything there. Now, let's begin. I'm gonna start from 64 and move on to Ultimate, so you can see all the changes that have been made. In the original Smash Bros, there isn't too much to hear, barely 10 victory themes. Super Mario, Donkey Kong, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Yoshi, Kirby, Star Fox, Pokemon, Mother, and F-Zero. Let's talk about the origin of each one. The Mario series is an orchestral rendition of the Level Clear song from Super Mario Bros. Very fitting as a victory theme, as it is a victory theme, arguably the most recognizable in the whole franchise. Donkey Kong's comes from the boss defeated bonus level victory from the original Donkey Kong Country. Something kinda strange because the normal level completion is very suitable, but after all these years, I can't imagine that one in Smash. Lynx is a little excerpt from the overworld theme in the original Legend of Zelda, which we now know as the main theme of the Zelda series, and it's followed by an arrangement of sorts of the Item Get fanfare. Samus comes from the item discovery jingle in the original Metroid. It plays when you collect a new item, a suit power-up, or when you defeat Ridley and Crate, whatever. There is no level completion fanfare. This had to do, I guess. Yoshi's is a faster winds version of the Yoshi Story main theme, followed by the stage completion theme that plays once you get all the fruits in a level. I mean, the guy only had 3 games at that time, and his species were the solo protagonists of only one, so... Kirby's is the Victory Dance from Kirby's Dream Land, the music that plays when you complete a level. What could be even more fitting for the pink puff full of mass destruction than his own level clear? Foxes is a fanfare version of the beginning of the title screen from Star Fox 64, being one of the two original veterans that have a title screen as their victory, which is very odd if you ask me. The Pokemon theme comes from the opening screen of Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, and Yellow, making Pikachu the second and last veteran to have a title screen as their victory. Which is so weird because Pokemon has a victory fanfare, but okay. Nexus 1 is another odd case. This one isn't from a title screen, yet, but it is from the most crucial part of Earthbound, the 8 melodies. Specifically, the final 4 melodies. This is most likely due to the battle victory sounds being very basic. They could have adapted another song that happened in Smash later on with other series, but this was a great choice. Falcon's theme is the gold fanfare for F-Zero GX. You know, when you get the first place in a race. There is generally not much to say about this one. Melee brings brand new arrangements of the original Tank songs, and has 3 new ones, those being Ice Climber, Fire Emblem, and Game & Watch. Now let's see the new arrangements and the brand new character themes. The Ice Climbers one comes from the clear fanfare from their only game. Yikes! One single game in 35 years, and we keep saying F-Zero is dead for not having a game in 16 years. Oh. Fire Emblem Swordsman's theme is a rendition from the class description track from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, or more properly said, what? Faya Emburamu Ankokuryu to Hikari no Ken?
Fire Emblem Ankokuryu to Hikari no Tsurugi.
That. Because this game never left Japan. Game & Watches is weird. It's not even a song on its own. Hell, the Game & Watch consoles weren't that capable. It's just a fanfare made with Game & Watch sounds on the backing track. Well, Melee didn't bring a lot of new things to the table, but Brawl did not only rearrange 9 tracks, but also brought 10 new ones. A rock version of Kirby, a new Mother theme, Falcon also got a new one, a new Game & Watch, Kid Icarus, Wario, let's not forget that Land and Ware exist as part of the same series, Metal Gear, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pikmin, Rob? Look, I don't know if I have to name Rob as a series or call it Robot as the NES and Famicom say. Let's talk about these new songs. The Zelda Series 1 now comes from the Triforce fanfare from the original Legend of Zelda, when you, guess what, collect a piece of the Triforce. I mean, I was okay with that little excerpt of the main theme, but this one also works wonders. Meta Knight's theme is just a rock rendition of the Kirby theme, and he's the very first guy to get an alternate version. I'll talk about those later. The Mother theme is now the third of the title screen oddities, as it comes from the opening of Mother 1 Earthbound 0 Airbound Beginnings. It's just sped up by around 2.5 times. Falcon's theme is the Finish to Go music, aka winning a race from F-Zero GX. Fun fact, this is the last home console game F-Zero has had. Yikes! Game & Watches is just a completely new track. It has nothing to do with the Melee one now. Pit became the fourth guy in the title screen club. Hooray! As his theme comes from the opening of the original Kid Icarus. Wario's is quite the song, as it was originally made for Brawl, and became the basis of stone carving ruins in Wario Land Shake It. How cool is that? Snakes comes from the main theme of Metal Gear Solid, but this exact excerpt is also played when you complete the VR training and when you get a game over. So next is the Act Clear song from Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but this exact flourish comes from Sonic 06. Let's not deny this game had good music, okay? Olimars comes from the main theme of Pikmin. And that's everything there is to say. Oh yeah, welcome to the title screen club. Rob is a weird guy. First because he's a toy and second because he only had 2 games. But his theme comes from Stack Up, even though I struggle to find any resemblances whatsoever. For better or for worse, Smash for Wii U and 3DS didn't bring a lot of new arrangements for pre-existing themes, literally only one, but introduced 13 new ones. Super Mario Galaxy, Kid Icarus Uprising, Animal Crossing, Mega Man, Wii Fit, Punch Out, Mies/Smash 4, Pac-Man, Xenoblade, Duck Hunt, Street Fighter, Final Fantasy, and Bayonetta. Well, let's see what this game brought us. The Mario franchise got 2 new tracks. One's a rock version made for Bowser and Bowser Jr., and the other one is completely new, being taken from Super Mario Galaxy's title screen, used for Rosalina's victory. Duck Bits comes from his own theme in Kid Icarus Uprising. This franchise has only 3 games since 1986. Only 2 of them came to America at their time. Its last one was in 2012, and nobody calls it dead. Yeah, I'm surprised with internet. Villager's theme comes from, you guessed it, the original Animal Crossing. Its main theme, to be exact. Is the welcome to the title screen buddies getting too repetitive now? Mega Man comes directly from the title screen of Mega Man 2. Not gonna lie, this welcome to the club seems very fitting for Mega Man, as the Robot Master victory is a bit too bland for me. Wifit says, surprise surprise, from the main menu of Wifit. God, this is getting slightly out of hand. Max is the Match 1 theme from the original Punch-Out! Finally another actual victory fanfare, which I appreciate a lot as a Punch-Out fan. The Mii's have a rendition of Smash 4's main theme as their victory. What were you expecting from characters that were made to be in Smash? The Mii's games tend to have calm music, not very fitting for a fighting game. Pac-Man's is a remix of the level start jingle from the original arcade game, completely filled with nostalgia. Jokes comes from You Will Know Our Names, from Xenoblade Chronicles. It sounds like a boss theme, and the wiki only says, a unique monster. Hopefully I'll know when I buy Xenoblade this year. Duck Hunt is a semi-orchestrated version of the round start from Duck Hunt, as it also contains fragments that are 8-bit. Reuse comes from the Match 1 song in Street Fighter 2. Again, thank goodness for another actual victory fanfare, much appreciated. Clouds is a special case. We're all familiar with the victory fanfare from the original Final Fantasy games, but the lingering track after the main part comes from Final Fantasy VII. Bayonetta comes from the very beginning of Let's Hit the Climax from Bayonetta, followed by a little jingle that plays when a verse is completed in Bayonetta 2. We reached the final game in the series. This one is a bit special because most of the themes here are either shortened or sped up versions of the past ones, yet there are still 16 new ones. Donkey Kong Gangplank version, Metroid Villains version, another Mother theme, Please, but now in Ultimate, Fire Emblem Awakening, Fates, and Three Houses, Splatoon, Castlevania, Persona 3, 4, and 5 versions, Dragon Quest, Banjo-Kazooie, and Fatal Fury. Now, onto the origins. J. Rool's theme is a fanfare rendition of a small excerpt from Gangplank Galleon, the theme of the mighty Brass Belly Croc. Dark Samus and Ridley's are just a slightly darker rendition of the OG theme, hence the name. The Modeler series comes back to its roots using 8 melodies once again. This time it's a little different as it comes from the final melodies from Modeler 1. The Mii's have rendition of Ultimate's main theme, Lifelight, as their victory, as it will be a little strange to hear Smash 4's victory theme, even though they are from Smash 4.
Colors weave into a spire of flame, distant sparks call to one. Colors weave into a spire of flame.
The other two swordsmen, or swordsman and swordswoman, Chrom and Lucina, and the magician/tactician, Robin, have an arrangement of Id from Fire Emblem Awakening. Don't ask about the purpose between parentheses. I know nothing about this game or the series in general. Corrin's theme is a fanfare rendition of Lost in Thoughts All Alone from Fire Emblem Fates. And Violet's theme comes from the main theme of Fire Emblem Three Houses, The Edge of Dawn.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn.
Inklings is the online Battle 1 jingle from Splatoon. Castlevania is a rendition from the stage clear tune of the original Castlevania. Euchres are literally the victory themes from Persona 3 After the Battle, 4 Period, and 5 Triumph. Like, they are literally ripped from beer. Heroes comes from the title theme in Dragon Warrior, the very first Dragon Quest game. Banjos is the Jiggy fanfare from Banjo-Kazooie, which is just filled with memories and new instruments. Terrace is an arrangement of the Results Are Everything, the victory theme from Fatal Fury King of Fighters. So, how many unique themes did we end up with? 76! Holy crap, that is a lot! Now, let me explain why do I think alternate themes are a great addition to Smash. Could you imagine Meta Knight's edgy victory poses with happy music? Or Bowser having his old theme back after hearing how much the rock one fits? That is the thing! They fit the characters. Even giving one to every single Fire Emblem character from a different game would be okay. They did it with 3 games already. I'm also a bit upset at the fact that Wolf doesn't have a track of his own. They keep the characters' personality. They make them stand out from the others in their series. Alternate themes are the best thing that happened to Smash Music in my opinion. Bless Sakurai or whoever thought that giving one to Meta Knight was a good idea, because that started a very nice trend that I hope continues in the next game. Well, this video turned out pretty long. It also went through a rewrite and a bit of quarantine laziness. I hope you liked this little thing I made. My name is Hans Soldier, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.